The election season in Nigeria is usually filled with hopes and dreams, permutations, armchair analysis, self-interest, and just never-ending activity. Nigerian citizens take sides with one political party or the other, either as members, voters, or just spectators. All of this come together eventually to herald in a new government into office.
For some, it's more than just a process, but a key factor that determines the course of their lives for the next 4 years, either as party members or as citizens. A seemingly dissatisfied member of the main opposition party went on to write an open letter to his party's flag bearer, stating his concerns and advice. In this letter, he expressed regret about the lack of enthusiasm around his party. And yes, you can see it. I like to share this part. It says, first of all, let's clear a few things. I'm an avid PDP member. Let me just quickly show you. Okay, it says, I'm an avid PDP member who supported one of your rivals. You won, so now I support you primarily because I believe you are now our most realistic hope of kicking the worst government in history of the country out of power. He also goes on to say, you see all this energy and buzz that the Peter Obi campaign is getting? It could have been ours. It should have been ours. And it's annoying on an ulcer-inducing scale that it isn't. And it isn't not because of Obi himself, but because of leaders of the PDP who have failed, refused, neglected to reform the party in the manner required to get young people across the country interested in and supportive of our party in the way that they could have done. These are some of the things that he, started with. And I like the intro, basically, of him sharing his concerns, as a PDP member. And then he went on to share bits of advice for the party.
And now, yes, of course, he shared his advice saying that if they want to really stand a chance at victory, they need to do a few steps, which he has shared in the letter that we just read right away. We just read a few minutes or a few seconds ago.
Of course, some of the things that he mentioned, was communicate, tell all, claim it, talk policy, be proactive, get some passion in, get your supporters to focus, some content, and of course, creating alternative media channels. It's really just, a person who is concerned, with the way that the campaign has been run by his political party. Like we mentioned, these are some of the things that you would get to see in the election season as we, of course, move closer and closer to the 2023 general elections, and a lot of people would agree, with some of the things that he said, with the way that the People's Democratic Party has been running their campaign. If you also had followed closely on social media, you must have seen the governor of Edo State yesterday, in a viral video where he was stating that it seems that there is some problems. There's fire on the mountain with the new set of young Nigerians who have been fired up to get registered for the elections. And, the people called obedient. I think he also mentioned that in every family in Edo State right now, there's at least one person who calls himself an obedient, member. And so these are some of the things that this particular person, Kelvin Oche, was complaining about, writing directly to the PDP's flag bearer of the party, Atiku Abubakar, saying, I don't know what you guys are doing. You first of all have messed it up in the beginning by losing this particular person. And now what exactly is going on with your campaign? And then he gets to share bits of advice, for the PDP and for Atiku Abubakar, if they really want to stand a chance at winning the election, or at least going far with the elections. I
mean, we'll end up seeing how this will turn out. Are they going to take the advice and the tips that he's shared? Will there be an official response to him? Mm-hmm. I do not see this as some form of clout. I think it was a genuinely concerned party member. So we will see how this turns out. Will the PDP party flag bearer take this up? Presidential flag bearer, will he give a direct response, and would he share the tips?
I think it's important to know whether they understand that the election in 1999 or 2007 is not the same thing with 2022. Times have changed. A lot of things need to be different with the way that people run campaigns, and you can't keep using the same methods that you used in 2007 to run elections in 2022. It very likely wouldn't work.